Welcome back to the channel. In the background today, you will see my son playing his favorite game, Roblox. So today we're going to uncover a hard truth that's holding so many people back from building generational wealth with crypto. It's not the market. It's not a lack of resources. It's many distractions in your life. Yes, distractions are the number one reason why you're not achieving your financial dreams. Stick with me and we'll break down exactly what's holding you back, and more importantly, how you can overcome these obstacles to finally start building a better future with crypto. Now, this video will be biased towards men since I'm a man myself. But if women, watch my video, maybe some of this can apply to them as well, especially on the first issue. They just have to either, switch up the gender, or maybe it's the same gender for them too. But let's go ahead and talk about it. Now, I'm going to give you 5 distractions that's holding you back. Now, the first one is definitely women. As a man, we're either, box chasing or validation chasing from women. Let's be real. For many, the endless pursuit of women, whether it's swiping on dating apps, going out every weekend, or constantly seeking validation from the opposite sex, is a massive distraction. It's not just the time spent, it's the mental energy. Instead of focusing on your goals, you're consumed by the chase. Social media has amplified this problem, making validation seeking a 24/7 activity. I see it all the time at my job. A guy's walking behind the female all day like a lost puppy dog, and you can tell from her body language that she doesn't give 2 cents about the guy. Think about how many hours you spent texting, planning dates, or scrolling through Instagram. Now imagine if even half of that time went into learning about crypto, researching projects, or building a side hustle. Number 2, not taking action. Dreaming is easy. Talking about goals is easy, but taking action, that's where most people fail. You might watch videos about crypto, reading articles, or following influencers who are crushing it. But if you're not applying what you're learning, it's all for nothing. Action isn't about perfection. It's all about progress, no matter how small. Now, when I started this channel many years ago, I was hesitant about starting because I was much of a talker, but I bit the bullet and took action anyway. And years later now, I've have over 800 subscribers, and I'm thankful for that. Even though I haven't been as active on this channel, especially last year, 2024, where I just only made one video. I talked about that in my previous video that I just released last week. But I'm definitely going to take more action this year to improve this channel with more videos and give more gems to you guys. So please, if you're not subscribed yet, please do subscribe to me, and I will definitely provide the value that you need. Number 3, no motivation and no discipline. Motivation is great for about 5 minutes, but motivation fades. That's where discipline comes in. Discipline is about doing what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like it. Many people struggle here because they solely rely on fleeting bursts of inspiration, myself included. It took some time, but I made some discipline to wake up early in the morning to get tasks done. I've been doing that consistently for years now. That's discipline. Consistency is a requirement for discipline, whether big or small. You just add discipline to your life. You got to make the effort to have discipline. If you do not have discipline, I feel like you won't be able to make money, that you want, like as far as trying to get rich. You got to have discipline to get rich. So that way you can motivate yourself to start that business, to start that side hustle. You got to do what you got to do. Same thing when it comes to like a 9-to-5 job. Nobody doesn't want to work a 9 to 5. Nobody don't want to, go into work and deal with nagging coworkers or, managers, that's micromanaging you all day or whatnot. So you just have to bite the bullet and just do what you need to do. Get your coins and go home. So, yes. Number 4, caring what other people think. One of the biggest mental barriers is worrying about what others will think. Maybe you're afraid to share your goals because people might laugh or judge you. Maybe you're hesitant to post about your side hustle or crypto journey online because you fear backlash. You can't let anyone, including your own parents, define your own life. My first issue of this happened when I was in the fifth grade. I wanted to be in the beginner band at my local elementary school, which my dad allowed. When it was time to select the instrument to play during my middle and high school marching band career, I had initially had an interest in playing the trumpet. However, my dad wanted me to play drums instead, so that's what I did. I'm glad I did so because I enjoy playing drums to this day. But when I became an adult, I asked him why you wanted me to play drums. It was because he didn't want to pay to rent or buy the trumpet that I initially wanted to pay. I laugh about that to this day, but as an adult, when I get advice from people, I keep it in mind, but I don't apply it if it doesn't align with what I want to do with my life. Here's the truth. Most people aren't even paying attention to you. They too busy worrying about themselves. And lastly, number 5, vices such as weed, adult content, and alcohol. Vices are silent destroyers. They consume your time, they drain your energy, and dull your focus. Whether it's smoking weed, binge watching adult content, or drinking excessively, these habits can create a cycle of complacency. I wasn't big into weed or alcohol drinking, but I was a victim of lusting over female bodies, especially in my 20s. That's something that I'm not proud of, but I overcame the addiction, growing up. Adult content consumption is often dismissed as a harmless activity, but it can have deep psychological effects. It rewires your brain to seek instant gratification and reduce your ability to stay disciplined in other areas of life. It's not just the time spent watching, it's the mental fog and lack of motivation that follow. You're essentially training your brain to avoid effort and chase easy dopamine hits. Now that we identified the distractions, let's talk about how to overcome them. Now, here's your blueprint for success. Number 1, you focus on yourself. The most important relationship you will ever have is with yourself. This means learning to value your time, set boundaries, and prioritize your growth. You can start small by creating a daily routine that includes time for self improvement, like reading, exercising, or meditating. Replace negative self talk with affirmations and focus on what you're good at. Now, you set clear goals and track your progress weekly. Now, an example of this is one man decided to spend 30 minutes every morning studying blockchain technology. Within a year, he became a certified blockchain developer and tripled his income. Number 2, taking action. Action is the antidote to procrastination. You start by breaking your goals into small, manageable tasks. Set a specific goal for the week, like, saving $50 to invest in Bitcoin or spending an hour learning about DeFi. Eliminate excuses by scheduling your tasks into a calendar. Personally, I use Google Calendar. You can also use Notion Calendar. There's a couple other calendar apps that you can use to help schedule your tasks. You just got to make sure that you follow them. Right. So number 3, you working 5 to 9 after your 9 to 5. I talked about this in the previous video. Your job pays the bills, but your side hustle builds your wealth. Now, you use your evenings to create additional income streams. Now, some ideas might be, freelancing, where you offer your skills online, whether it's writing, graphic design, or coding. You could do e-commerce. You could start a drop shipping store or sell handmade or digital products on Etsy. You can also do content creation. You can share your journey on YouTube, TikTok. Build an audience, start a blog, website. Now, a good example of this is a friend of mine who worked a 9 to 5, but spent his evenings flipping items on eBay. In a year, he made enough to quit his job and go full time. And lastly, pay off your debts and start investing. Debt is like quicksand. The longer you stay in it, the harder it is to escape. Now, you create a budget and identify areas where you can cut back. You can also use Dave Ramsey's snowball method to pay off your smaller debts first and then tackle the larger ones. There's also a reverse of that called avalanche. But I'm not going to talk about that here in this video. You can do research on Dave Ramsey. Now, once your debt is under control, then you can start dollar cost averaging into Bitcoin. This means investing a fixed amount regularly, regardless of market conditions. Now, example of this would be someone who started investing just $20 a week in Bitcoin 5 years ago now has a portfolio worth tens of thousands. Building generational wealth isn't about overnight success. It's about consistent effort and smart decisions. By cutting out distractions and focusing on your goals, you can create a future that not just rich in money, but rich in purpose and freedom. Now, if this video resonated with you, hit that like button, share it with a friend who needs to hear this, and subscribe for more actionable content. Thank you for watching and have a good one.